Welcome everyone to yoga, your yoga practice today. I was thinking this morning about this morning in London, and it's a gorgeous sunny day. We are in lockdown. It'll be funny looking back on this. And a lot of us are doing yoga practice maybe for the first time, or really readdressing our health, well-being and fitness because we've got the time to, and because obviously health in the current situation is key. And so trying out lots of different things, and yoga being one of them. And I think when one starts something like yoga, and I know this by talking to my students and my friends, that one can feel quite overwhelmed about the prospect of where do I start? I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm fit to do it. I haven't exercised in years. I'm not flexible. All these sort of negative reasons why one can't come to the mat. And it means that coming to the mat becomes quite a daunting experience. But I'd like to say, just forget about all that stuff and think more. What's your real intention? We talk about that a lot when we're practicing yoga as our intention for coming to the mat that day. And so I invite you just in these first few moments to come lying down to your mat, connect to your breathing, and just take your gaze inside. Just to thinking about that intention, what's brought you to the mat today. And it doesn't need to be something really sort of philosophical and serious. It might be just something really simple, like, you know what, I just finally decided I'm going to do this, and because I know deep down that it's right for me. And there's something about it, there's just a reason that I'm drawn to it on this particular day. Maybe it's the first day that you've ever really had peace and quiet. Maybe everyone that you live with is all lying in bed right now, or they've gone out for a walk in the park and you've taken that opportunity to get the mat out and to find an hour's peace. Yin yoga is a wonderful, wonderful practice because as we get older, we talk about this many times. Of course, we get older, we get stiffer. It's just part of the process of becoming harder. And what we endeavour to do in Yin yoga is to bring that flexibility and strength, deeper inside the body, in order to release some of that hardness and release the toxins that are stuck in there, and make us feel more energized, more fit from a deeper level. Maybe that's not the right word, but most certainly, as well as that when one is practicing things that are very yang, you think that you're doing, oh God, I'm doing loads, man. I went for a jog, I was out on my bike, I did like all these like fitness exercises, I was sweating like crazy, man. I'm really getting fit. That's great, but that's only one half of overall fitness, yin and yang. And those are exercises and practices that we would call that are very yang, very and I love them as well. I love getting, there are days where I just think I just really want to like sweat it out. It just fits my mood, and I want to strengthen, I want to feel that muscle tightness. And then there are other days where I just really want to come down, and to put yin yoga into your life is completing your overall well-being. That you have this yang practice, which is maybe the running and jogging or fitness sort of aerobic types of exercise, and then you have this yin, which just comes and smooths out all the edges, and it really has some very, very powerful health pluses. Right, so let's come lying down on the mat. And how yin yoga really works is that we're going to do 5 postures today. and we hold each of those postures for about 3 minutes. And within those 3 minutes, you will feel what's happening. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want you to have any preconceived ideas like, I thought she said that was going to happen and it didn't really work for me like that. It's all your personal experience. So let's just start by lying down on the mat and coming to our breath. Just, even that in itself feels so good to just really let go. Let the arms drop out and just window wiper the knees over to the left and right, just nice and lazily, just to make some movement. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees just drop out. Take a big inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Once more, take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Your next inhale, let's bring the arms up over the head. Take the left wrist in your right hand and just stretch that left wrist over to the right side. Bringing the breath into the left side of the body. Let that wrist go. Back through the center, right wrist and left hand, and take that over to the left side, breathing into the right side of the body. Let that go. And in the next exhale, bring those arms round and down by your sides. Come back to the breath and just connect into that breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Just enjoying the sensation of just starting to open up in the front of the hips and, you know, in that little bit in there, that little bit, yeah, something's going on in there, and let's just enjoy that feeling. Enjoy any of the sort of, and tap into the sensations that are happening as you're doing this practice. All those sort of like you think, oh, I feel some tightness there. Just go with that. Go with any mild discomfort. That's my dog. Hi, Logan. Bring the hands now behind the back of the thighs and close those thighs together. Bring the knees into the chest and rolling over. I'm rolling over to my left side, but just depending on what the configuration is of your room, right or left, come up to sitting. And when you come up to sitting, you're going to cross the right leg over the top of the left leg. Sitting up nice and straight. So if I come round to the side, you can see knees stacked on top of knees. Now you can stay here, or you can take this left leg round so that you're in this shape. So that both knees are stacked on top of each other. So this is option 1. If this is just too much, option 2, left leg straight out in front. I'm going to bring that left leg round in front of me. Taking a big inhale and an exhale, tuck the chin in towards your chest and just roll forward and over those knees. Putting the forehead on that top knee, which is your right knee. And if that's not possible, just make a little fist stack. And we're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. I'm going to time that. So just resting your third eye on that knee. You will feel
potentially some intensity in that left hip, but not in the knees. Let the head just become really nice and heavy, and that third eye be stimulated, that pressure point on the knees there or on your fists. Let the arms and the shoulders be nice and loose, and the back has a nice gentle curve. I'll turn to the side so that you can see. Find your breath and just focus on the breath. And as we sit here over this time, we're going deeper and deeper inside towards the fascia, towards the joints, strengthening the joints, squeezing out toxins that are trapped inside the fascia, which is like a webbing which holds all our body together, like it's like a bodysuit of webbing. And within that, as we get older, elastin and collagen in our bodies becomes more depleted, and that's why we become stiffer. But as the fibers become stiff, toxins are become trapped in there. And it's only really through a practice like yoga, in this way, that we can get deep down inside and release those toxins. And when those toxins are released, more flexibility is gained. So we've got about another half a minute. Letting the arms be really nice, relaxed, and be mindful that your face is relaxed and you're not toppling down, and then you've got this incredibly stressed face. Just letting that be nice and heavy. And at the end of your next exhale, keeping the chin tucked in, slowly come back up to sitting. Bring the arms behind you, keeping the arms straight. Release the top leg, which is your right leg. Bring that out in front of you. Release the left leg, let that come out in front of you, and just resting back, becoming still. Keeping the face as relaxed as you can. Take the gaze, just lowering the eyes. You can close the eyes or just lower the eyes and let the focus just go into like an infinity focus. Coming slowly back up to sitting, taking the left leg now, the left knee coming on top, taking the ankle and the right hand, stacking the left knee on top of the right knee. Okay, this is option one. If you're able to take that a little bit further, you're bringing the right leg, take the right ankle in the left hand, stack the left knee on top of the other, but make sure that you're sitting, yeah? And just make that adjustment so that you find a sense of a balance between discomfort, because obviously there's tightness here. There's most certainly tightness for me in here. That little knobbly bit in there. So if you're feeling like that's just too much and you're not going to be able to sit, release the bottom leg, which is your right leg. Otherwise, you're ready to go. Tuck the chin into the chest and just roll forward. Roll the head towards the top knee. Let it balance on the knee or on a little fist stack, one or even palms, whatever you need to get there. And let it go. Okay, we've got another 3 minutes. So once again, let's take an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Releasing the jaw. Let that third eye, that pressure point really be stimulated here. And with that, letting the forehead, just really let the forehead go and be nice and flat. You know, instead of that tension between the temples, let all of that go. The head just becomes heavy. The wonderful thing about the head that it being so heavy is that you can use it as a sort of, use it in a way to help you come further and deeper and down. You take that breath into the back ribs. Inhaling, feel the shoulder blades move laterally out the side and then slide down as your back becomes and your shoulders are relaxed and heavy. Try to just really take all tension out of the shoulders and the arms so that they're just floppy like a rag doll. They're just flopping down. As I said before, just accessing that deep stiffness within. It's a really, really fantastic complementary practice to everything else that you're doing. You know, even if you're training for a marathon, to practice yin yoga alongside that brings great balance. It completes the practice. I never really knew the benefits of yin yoga for many, many years because I was too busy, focused on, just more yang practices for my life. And it's really only been in the last couple of years that I've really as I've got older, gravitated towards a different type of yoga practice. But it's like the great gift about yoga is it's got something for every mood and for everywhere that you are in your life. And if you're here today, you're in the yin part of your life. So just taking a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And as you practice this sequence over on your own, you can add longer into each posture. So just slowly coming up now, rolling up, very, very slowly taking those hands behind you, releasing the top leg, which is your left leg, releasing the right leg, and just coming back to sitting. Making sure that when you're practicing yin yoga, that you take your time in between. There's no rush. What we're not doing in yin yoga is we're not trying to sweat. We're actually trying to stay cool. We're trying to keep the muscles from warming up so that they don't trap all the activity, trap all the action before we get inside the body. So that's why we try to stay cool. Gently now, bringing your, crossing your feet, just rolling forward. We're going to come back to a child's pose. So bringing your bum to heels, knees are mat distance apart, and just reach and let the arms go forward. And as they go forward, the head comes down. So the arms are forward and the palms are on the mat and the elbows are off the mat. If you feel that that's too much, let the elbows drop. Again, the shoulders and taking the breath into the back of the body. Inhaling through nose and exhaling through nose. And just let the abdomen just be really lovely and relaxed there. There's no kind of sucking up the pelvic floor or anything like that. No, we're just letting the abdomen really relax and be nice and loose because we're working on the back of the body. So just let yourself really go, and again, making sure that you're not holding in the jaw. You know, I repeat that over and over because we don't realise that we're holding the jaw. It's like when you're tense or you're anxious, you're grinding your teeth, they're really, but you don't really realise that you are. So that's why I'm repeating that. Yeah, so you're still in child's pose, letting that forehead, and maybe you want to roll the forehead from left to right, letting that release. And if, again, as I said, the elbows can be off the mat, slightly more dynamic, or you can let them rest down and really just let those arms go. Just making sure that you're really focusing on your breathing, and that's where your consciousness is at your breathing. Nothing else. The other wonderful thing about this sort of really slow practice is it helps us practice to slow down. It's a really lovely thing, especially right now when it's, you know, being anxious is a daily battle almost to work with the anxiety of not knowing. But when you're practicing this yoga, it's quite amazing how you can just stop thinking about those things and just get really into the room. So slowly now, you're going to slowly come up to your knees, and as you come up to your knees, sliding the hands forward, you're going to come all the way forward and down on your front. And when you get there, your hands are here. I'm going to shuffle back, keep the elbows tucked in, and just slide up. Your hands are just forward of your face. You slide up to a little sphinx. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let the out. So inhaling forward, making sure that you're not doing forward shoulders, that you've got nice yogi shoulders are sliding down your back. There's a lot going on here, so try to keep your face facing forward. Just listen carefully. Face facing forward and gaze low. So there's quite a lot of pressure in your hands and on your wrists. Take the breath into the front of the body. A couple of big inhales. One more, and then come down. So I'm just going to shuffle back, as you can see. Now we're going to bring the hands mat distance apart. They're in front of the head now. Elbows are wider. Give your hips a little wiggle there. And then just gently using the palms to lift you up, keeping the head facing down. Being careful that you're not that your shoulders are sliding down the back. Your neck is released. Elbows are off, hands are big, they're in front of you. Again, bringing the chest, the breath forward. I just broke my nail. Let's take a big inhale and an exhale. Your gaze is in between your palms. Gaze is low, so we're not doing any of that cranking the head up to look at the head. We're letting the head and the neck just follow. The head's just nice and gently following the line of the spine and the neck. There's an intensity here in the back and an opening up in the front. So really breathing into the front of the body, into that chest, heart chakra. Slowly coming down. Bringing the head one side of the cheek to the mat. feel the breath on the mat, feel the support. And then when you're ready, bring the hands under the shoulders and lift up and back to child's pose. This time bring the arms either side of the body, the shoulders are rested on top of the knees and the palms are facing up. Let forehead go, and just really let yourself go here. You're going to stay here for 3 minutes. So just really let yourself sink into this pose. Focusing on the breath. Inhale, exhale. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose, letting that breath orbit round. Round it goes. Deeply inhaling through the nose, deeply exhaling through the nose. Really focus on your breath. And at the end of your next exhale, let's tuck the chin in first and come slowly rolling up to sitting. Coming over to your left side or your right. Again, it just depends what the configuration is of your space. Bring your legs round in front of you and taking the legs quite far apart and do a twist. Take your right knee, take your right hand behind your right inner back, your right thigh. Bring that right shin down in front of you. Straighten the shin at the top of the mat. So right shin straighten with the top of the mat. The left leg is just going to come round behind you, as far round as that goes, where you're able to keep this straight in front of you, lifting up. And then let's walk over, twisting over to the right side. So getting a lovely, the further back this hip goes, the more of a hip opener you get in the front here. And twisting round. Again, where you are here in this posture it's just right on the edge of discomfort, where we're not really in any shape, form or fashion, but we're definitely active. So again, I'm going to time this for another 2 minutes. So really make sure that you're still sitting up. Have your hands fingertips on the mat, and the reason that I say fingertip, and just let your head just follow your chest round. The reason that I say fingertips on the mat is so that what the arms are doing is helping to keep you sitting up, so you're getting a nice lifting up and out of the waist, lovely twist through the middle, and a nice opening up of that left hip. When one goes down onto hands, one could have the tendency to just what we call, just dump the weight down, really, just sort of like go like that. And then there's nothing really happening here, that leg's just hanging out. Whereas if you're, be present in the pose, I think is what I'm trying to say. Be present and be focused and just, concentrate on all the little bits that are happening. All the little bits that are being activated around this area here as you twist through. Sort of keeping steady, keeping the breath steady, and keeping the face steady. Sometimes maybe it's even nice to just bring a little smile on your face so that you're not doing that gripping. So if you just smile, then you'll find that you're not gripping so much. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and then slowly walking back round to centre, just looking, watching that left foot come round in front. The right leg now releases out. The left shin comes in to be parallel with the top of your mat. Right leg goes round, and as it comes round, bend the knee, come to sit up, feeling that big opening in that right hip, fingertips, and here we go, walking round to the left side and bringing that body round with it. Feeling a very deep opening in the right hip and a lovely through the left side. I'm just looking at my watch to time that. So again, fingertips on the fingers, gaze, head just following the chest round. You're not trying to look behind you. We're not trying to really go, oh, I can see what's going on there, I must be really deeply twisting. What you want to stay is this sense of lifting up and up, out and round. And really bring the breath up into the chest with you, so that just helps to maintain a more upright posture. So again, that sense of mildly discomfort, where you certainly know that you're doing something. Keeping the breath. Keeping your focus. As that breath comes up into the heart area, you feel the expansion across the heart, across the chest, collarbones. There's lots going on here. Again, let's bring a little smile to the mouth, or maybe a big smile. Inhaling. Let's take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Walking back to center, gently bringing that right leg round in front. Both legs are out straight in front, bring the hands behind you. Let's just settle for a moment. Let the gaze, keep the gaze low and focused. Bring the breath, don't forget about the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. I'm going to come round to a side view for you. So I'm going to roll back now, just sliding the arms out, rolling the back down flat on the mat. Lovely, really nice. Walk the feet in. Bring the legs up in the air with your knees bent, knees apart. Take the hands in through the middle of your legs, and then either capture the outside of your feet or the outside of your chins, or you can take the hands outside of the legs. So you can take the hands outside the legs, grab the outside of the feet or inside of the feet, and just rocking side to side in a nice happy baby, just massaging from side to side, lower back. That feels really nice. Then coming to stillness when you're ready. Just let those legs drop back, let the knees drop back, and just using the hands gently on the feet or the calves to just let that happen. heads facing the ceiling, gazing just into, oblivion. A little rock again from side to side. Then just to finish, cross your right leg over the left leg and take those right knees over to the left side as you roll your head over and look at the right side. So again, if you want to intensify this twist, bring the knees higher. If you want to let it go a little bit, let the knees come lower. Maybe you want to take the left hand on top of the right thigh, or just let the left hand roll out. The right shoulder coming towards the mat on the right side. Find your breath. Let the eyes close, maybe even is very nice. Take a big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Unravel the legs, come back to center. Just pause at center for the moment. Take the left over the right and roll your knees over to the right side. Head rolls over to the left. And again, if that's intense in any way, you can just take the cross of the legs away. Now, normally in a more yang class, we have a cool down, but as we don't in yin warm up, we don't have that cool down part at the end. So this is just our finishing sequence. Unraveling the legs, bringing them back to center and just rolling left to right for a moment. And then just gently let the legs come down straight on the mat, wide, nice and wide with the feet. And then just roll the head from side to side till it comes naturally to the center and close down the eyes. And just find your breath again. And just with a lovely sense of ease. So you're at home and hopefully there's no reason for you to rush anywhere. So you can stay lying here as long as you want, as long as you just feel that you can or where that space is going. Or maybe you want to come up now. When you're ready to come up, just bring your knees into your chest again, rolling over to one side, doesn't matter which one, and just coming up to sit in a nice easy pose. Let the arms and hands rest on top of the knees, keeping the gaze low. We're just going to close the practice, seal in our energy. So taking a big inhale, bring the hands out, palms facing the ceiling, connecting at the top and exhaling through the center. Do that twice more. Inhaling, palms facing the ceiling, drawing a big circle round. Palms come to meet at the top, exhaling through the center line. Let's do it one last time. Inhaling, palms to the ceiling, drawing a nice circle around us, sealing in our energy, coming down, palms meet down through the center line, pausing at the heart, and just with your thumbs just gently pushing back on your sternum to just feel your heartbeat and your own internal vibration. Well done, yogis. Have a wonderful day or evening or whatever. Thank you.